Hello and welcome to a brand new series of Great Escapes with me, Isy Sutty.
And me, Dan Skinner.
In every episode, we head somewhere new across the southwest or Wales, meeting new people, uncovering new stories and finding out what makes each place special.
And while we're there, we throw ourselves into doing something new. Sometimes it's terrifying. I've swum in the sea twice, and one of those occasions I was dressed as a mermaid. So that's the sort of thing.
I've cooked proper fish and chips, I've fed a rhino, not fish and chips, and I've sung a Cornish anthem.
Which is all quite cool, but it's not quite like swimming in the sea dressed as a mermaid. Anyway.
Lucky I didn't cook you.
Yes, and we've been on some of the great train journeys as well, which I think is one of the best ways to get around and see things.
Dan and I went to Cardiff Arms Park. We didn't actually use our arms very much, we used our legs because we met Welsh international Ben Thomas.
Then once we got through the rugby side of things, we headed to the Principality Stadium for one final challenge, a trip high above the city.
With us in the studio, very excitingly, we've got former England international, now commentator, David Flatman, or Flats, who's going to tell us a bit about rugby, about his career, and also cast a hopefully uncritical eye over our attempts to train with Ben Thomas.
But before we find out what David thought about our rugby skills, David, have you ever played at the Principality Stadium?
I played there, yeah. And I think actually the Principality Stadium is it's loads of us who are ex-pros and whatever. We often get asked similar sorts of questions: best player you played against, best stadium, and all that. I think the most common answer globally from superstars around the world that I've heard for the best stadium in the world is the Principality. In fact, I don't think anywhere else comes close in terms of atmosphere. And Wales have had a really tough few years, but there's this saying that they do it in all sports. You know, the rugby world is better with a strong Welsh team. Everyone benefits if Wales are strong, and it's something that sort of rolls off the tongue. But you do realise that it's so much better when Wales are strong, and they are coming back up, it seems, now after a really tough few years. But what that means is if teams go there just knowing they're going to win, that dilutes the atmosphere a bit. But now Wales are coming back up a bit, and actually Wales are going to be competitive again. The atmosphere at the Principality is unreal. And I played there with the roof shut, and it is unreal to the point where one of the most vital things in pro team sport, or in team sport on the field, is talking and listening, is communication, and you can't hear each other speak.
The songs are incredible, the Welsh choirs and all the singing and the fireworks they've got going on now.
It's amazing. It's like, I remember being like a young kid and being like 17 or something and playing for England under 18s against Wales, and it's like, so what? We're just kids. But then, there's a few hundred people watching, mums and dads, and a couple of Labradors, and like they sing the national anthem and it feels different.
Yeah.
And then you get up towards sort of senior level and play higher level against it. And there is, it's not unique, but there is something very special about, playing against Wales in Wales. And, as an Englishman, we're not, in a sporting sense, we're not terribly popular. The welcome is always actually lovely socially. That's the truth of it.
So I'm always in a difficult position when Wales play England at anything because my other half's Welsh and the kids have got Welsh names. And obviously there is that thing where I'm like, I am half Scottish, but I probably would support England if it was England versus Wales because I'm half English. So I'm sort of like, do I go and watch this in a separate room? Like, how does that work?
Did you not get a say in the names?
No, I didn't get a say at all. No, I got an English middle name for my son after my dad.
Right, they're going to have Welsh names.
It's absolutely non-negotiable.
Really?
Yeah, he's moved to England, so the kids have Welsh names.
Have Welsh names.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Are we supposed to chime in here and talk about how I don't think these choices should be controlled by
Yeah.
I think you should have equal say in this. And
Exactly.
Should I change? Maybe I'll change
their
spellings.
names. Yeah, for God's sake.
Something like that. But I actually. I joke now that I did qualify. Somehow I qualified to play for Wales as well as England, and not because of this, but actually as an aside, my mother was conceived in Pontypool, so.
Oh, right.
So did that? That's
got nothing to do with it. It's just an aside.
Oh,
that,
right, okay.
Which my dad mentioned once that he thought was really funny. And I was like, mate, grow up. Your mother was conceived there. I was like, what's that got to do with it? Well, I just thought you'd like to know.
Qualified.
And how do you even know that? But no, I did. And actually, and my mum was actually born elsewhere in Wales. But I could have played for Wales, and they asked me to play for them before I'd played for England.
Yeah.
I'm not Welsh, so I never would have done. But I might have had a few more caps if I'd done so.
Would it have been weird if, like, because I don't know very much about the world of rugby, as you might see shortly when you watch my attempts to kick a ball, but. Ellis always sort of jokes that our kids could play for Wales because is it to do with one of your grandparents?
Yeah.
Yeah, but Ellis is Welsh. So Ellis is Welsh.
Well,
so
but even if he wasn't, as long as one of his parents,
as long as one of your grandparents is from there, you can.
How old are you?
46.
Yeah, I'm 47. Dan's older than us.
You can tell, can't you?
Yeah, you can. He's got a kind of an old wisdom about him. But Dan and I talk quite a lot about how we started stand-up in our 20s and we were sort of and performing comedy and writing comedy, and how the sort of passion that we have for it has changed, particularly now we've both had kids, and you sort of, it dampens down a bit. We don't get as nervous as. Did you find as your career progressed that you still got that same feeling when you went out on the pitch, or did it sort of become a bit more of a job?
Yeah, I think it. Interesting question. Never thought about it. I think it did become more of a job. It wasn't that I didn't enjoy it as much. It was probably that, quite helpfully, and maybe this goes for you guys as well, I just had other stuff to think about before I went live, sort of thing. Yeah. So I had other stuff to do in the morning, and I had other stuff to think about. And it wasn't every minute of my day wasn't thinking about this game, and I found that really helpful because the position I played, so I played prop, so in the front row of the scrum, is reasonably confrontational, and that was fine, and we all enjoyed that side of it as a rule, or it is the wrong job if you don't. So we all enjoyed that. But there is something about the promise of imminent aggression and violence that can quell your appetite from about Thursday onwards. It can actually. There's a lot of nerves associated with it for a lot of people because you're walking into something very, very physically confrontational.
It's scary.
Yeah, it is scary. It's only scary until the ref knocks on the door and says, "Right, lads, let's go," and then wouldn't be anywhere else.
Well, be prepared to be astonished, because Dan and I only had about 10 or 15 minutes of kicking training with Ben Thomas, and we showed such aptitude, especially me.
He signed us up, didn't he?
Yeah, he's going to suggest me to play for Wales.
Are you from Cardiff?
Yeah. So I'd come down here to watch games, but I'd watch all the Super Rugby. I can remember Super Rugby used to be huge.
Are you from a rugby family?
No, not really. Me and my brother both played a lot when we were younger, especially against each other in the garden. But I remember watching Six Nations, and then I think the more we got into rugby, she got into it, and now she's a mega fan.
Well, of course, man.
She watches more games than me.
Yeah.
Was there a moment that you thought, I actually want to do this for a job? Or did it just sort of come about that you were naturally...
Not really. I think it was more that I always wanted to play for Wales. It didn't really register to me that was a job until I was probably at the age of it becoming a job, maybe 16, 17. Growing up, it was always I want to play for Wales, and at the time be a dentist.
Really?
I thought the two would coincide. I wasn't smart enough to be a dentist, and I ended up playing rugby, so I think it worked out.
Are you being a dentist? Are you a dentist as well?
No, absolutely
that's
not.
Gone.
I wish.
Oh, what a shame.
Well,
maybe later.
If people aren't wearing gum shields, you could do
exactly.
emergency
Yeah, the gum
surgery.
shield, I think, could put dentists out of business now. There's not so many people going in for emergencies.
Yeah. And what is it like? I mean, I'm sure it's fantastic playing here for Cardiff, like when it's rocking and when you're winning.
Yeah.
But what's it like playing in there? In the Principality?
They're two complete different feelings. They're both amazing.
Yeah.
Playing next door is genuinely especially singing the anthems is the absolute wow factor.
I can't imagine what that's like.
I think it's got to be one of the biggest, if not the biggest stadium I would have played in, especially at capacity. You're playing a lot of big stadiums in South Africa, but they're never full.
But everyone says that is the best stadium in the world.
It's amazing.
To play in.
Yeah.
The crowd's amazing. It's probably one of the only crowds. Brilliant songs.
The songs are amazing, and the passion of the crowd.
It's the type of thing you can't really put into words. I know once you experienced it, you'll be able to understand what it is. But it's brilliant.
And then what's it like on here? Does it feel more intimate?
Yeah, the crowd feels like it is obviously more on top of you, but probably for me, because I've grown up here as well, it feels a lot more like home, like when I come back here, especially after playing, say, the autumn, come back here to a full game of Six Nations, it does kind of feel like you're home, and it's a big sellout crowd, and it's brilliant.
And when Wales have gone through a bit of a tough time, I think it's fair to say, over the last couple of seasons, on the moon now, that's good. But when you go and play in next door and it's not gone well, is it nice to come back to Cardiff, and just sort of go, just get back to my club?
Yeah, I think, and after any campaign, whether it's been like a successful one or not so successful, I suppose it's always nice to come back here because it's very high pressure environment, especially Six Nations. Like, it's a pretty intense campaign. It's 8 weeks. So to be able to come back here, then you'll pretty much always have a week off after the Six Nations, and then
you have to, don't you?
Yes, I think you've got to have a week off within like the first 2 or 3 weeks of being back at your club. But we tend to have our week off straight away and then come back, and it does feel like you're coming back home. And we've been lucky this year that we're chasing playoffs now, so there was something to come back and work towards.
Do you have any rituals before you play? Like, are you just...
Speaking of gum, I do. It's with the gum shield. It's with the gum shield, actually. Only one. I put my gum shield always in a sandwich bag in my right boot. Started off when I was in school, so I'd forget to wear my gum shield. So I thought, if I put it in my boot, I can't possibly forget it when I put my boots on. Yeah. And then when they brought in these concussion gum shields, the physios now look after our gum shields for us. So I was like, it was panic system. So like, I need my gum shield. I need to take it to the game with me in my boot. So that creates a bit of drama. But at some point, I'll always put my gum shield in a sandwich bag in my boot.
Yeah, good man.
I love that. I love stuff like that. Like, no one would ever know that.
No. And the boys sat next to me sometimes. I've played next. I think I played next to Ray for the majority of my career. And one day towards the end, he looked at me like, "What are you doing?" I do this every game.
Just don't worry about it.
It's just my sandwich bag.
As someone who doesn't know very much about rugby, because I love tennis, but I don't really watch many other sports, what would you say if I wanted to come to my first game in Wales? Do you reckon I should go to a smaller one in here or just go next door and go for it?
I'd say you're guaranteed a good atmosphere every single game day, but I do think it can get quite overwhelming going to the stadium. I know my partner always says she finds it quite overwhelming going into the stadium. So if you come to the Arms Park, it's obviously a lot less people, and generally speaking, we have a pretty good atmosphere. So I'd probably start here, and the commercial team will thank me for saying that.
Okay, and are there like families here? Could the kids come along?
Yeah. We get unlucky most seasons with our kick-off times. Like, I think we've had 90% of our games this year have been 7:45 kickoffs, so it's not great for the kids to come watch. But the families are always here, come rain or shine, or 2 p.m, 7 p.m. there.
That's what I love about sport. If you love it, you'll go out in torrential rain and you just don't care, do you?
And I think especially this year now, so we're chasing the playoffs, start to gather a bit of momentum off field, and people start coming to watch more of the games, and
it does make a
the games have a bit more jeopardy behind them. So it is good.
Does it make a difference to the way you play, like the crowd being behind you? Is it harder when you're away in that sense?
It is.
I know you have fans there, but like, you're not in your home environment.
Yeah, I definitely feel a lot more comfortable playing here. Again, I think that might have something to do with me growing up here as well, but I think having your home supporters behind you, definitely like last quarter of a game, definitely gives you that lift, because that's generally when your tanks run on and empty, so they can be the last little boost you need.
Well, look, mate, we could talk to you for hours and hours and hours, but you've got to show us how to pass a ball and do something on the pitch.
And Dan wants to throw it over the goal.
I want to kick it. I want to kick it.
You want to kick it, not throw it. Sorry, I've got to get the lingo right.
I want to kick it off the tee.
You're going to be here till midnight, aren't you? Trying to.
So we'll just go see that little line right in front of me. We'll just go with it.
I think I'll be able to do that.
So in rugby, Izzy.
Yeah.
Ben, you might need to know this too. You have to move forwards, but you have to pass the ball backwards.
Okay.
So you're running forwards, and the ball cannot go forwards. You can kick it forwards, but you have to pass it backwards. And so the quickest way to do that is to, I think most people just pass like that, don't they?
Yeah, I'd say so. That's a good starting point. I wouldn't have started with the backwards part. I would have forgotten about that.
Yeah, no, I know, it's like
I'd say so.
the real basics.
Oh my God, I caught it.
Yeah, that was easy to catch, yeah.
Yes. But this is like the scrum halves do this one a lot, don't they?
Yeah. I'm trying to think, scrum halves would only pass like that. I think if they passed it without spinning it, they get a bit of a telling off from everybody else. Here we go.
Is there a way that you spin depending on whether you're right or left-handed?
Whether you're going off right or left hand, yes. You just switch your, if you're going to your left, you just put your right hand on the bottom.
Yeah.
And then if you just switch it the other way, so you could do it that way.
Without looking.
Without looking.
They're coming towards you, the tackler, and you.
And they don't know what's happening then.
Yeah, nice one.
Oh, so do you try and trick people by looking in the other direction and then throwing it?
Yeah, you can do
Ask
it.
Ben these
Okay.
questions.
Yeah, it's you look at someone like Finn Russell. He'd be one of the better passers in the
He's a
game.
good-
So he'd have the ability to almost send defenders the wrong way.
Yeah,
I think there's
by-
a short pass coming, but a long pass comes, or the opposite. So yeah, there is, I suppose, a few subtleties.
It's now time for you to show me how to kick the ball over the post.
And me.
And Izzy. I'm
Imagine if
sorry.
I could do it immediately.
I would be like,
That would be good.
I'd be jealous. I might kill you.
That's okay.
Yeah,
We've recorded
yeah,
everything
yeah,
we need to for today.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
You need to have a look at this, David, and sort of judge us, unfortunately.
Yeah, we'd like your feedback.
Yeah, fine.
Yeah, see us where we're going. I mean,
Do you want honest commentary, or do you want me to be nice?
Honest.
Honest.
Do you want me to be a media darling?
Don't worry,
You're
I've got
you're
no.
a prop, mate, so you don't know much about kicking
I
either,
think
so-
you need to know the truth. That's what
Yeah,
I
yeah,
that's what I'll
yeah.
give you.
Is there a future?
I can take it. He can't. But yeah,
I can tell he's got one of those fragile egos, isn't he? You can tell.
very fragile, massive
Listen,
and fragile.
You and I are incredibly robust. This guy.
Yeah, we are. Yeah.
I was there when I was kicking. I know what my capabilities are. They're not great, so don't worry about it.
So we're here with Ben, and Ben is going to show us the next thing, which is how to kick the ball over the post. Is that the correct terminology?
That is, yeah, either conversion or a penalty.
Is there a lot of pressure on these?
I'd say generally, we were actually talking about this the other day. As a kicker, you're actually quite lucky if you get a high-pressured kick. Like, there's not often games come down to 2 points last play of the game or last 10 minutes of the game. So some kicks obviously carry a lot of pressure. Like, there'd be World Cup winning kicks that people have made and like European Cup winning kicks. But generally, I think most kickers are able to put themselves in a place of relative comfort with taking kicks.
So, go on, Izzy.
Who's in first?
Will you? I'd like a demonstration, please.
No, he can't. He's injured.
Oh no, he can't do it. He's injured.
I can demonstrate
Okay.
as far as like.
Yeah, just walk
So
us
I'll
through it.
set the
Not
ball
that
up.
you need to know, Dan. Obviously, you're
Listen.
an ex-pro, but yeah.
Got your sports gear on, your athleisure gear you've got on.
That's it. Here we go.
Try to think about keeping your foot pointed,
Yeah.
Laces.
and yeah, big toe.
You're looking for it
your
to land.
big toe knuckle.
Okay. Cool.
It's a good starting point.
Oh,
And
God,
do you
if
come
you
from
do
the
this,
side?
Izzy.
On like a 45-degree angle,
And
or
should I-
just
shall
whatever
I-
feels natural to you. If you weren't thinking about anything, and the
Just-
ball was by there,
okay.
just think go up to it and kick it.
Running or walking, or don't even think about
Don't
that.
even think about it. Just
Okay.
go kick the ball. We're in the right direction as far as accuracy goes.
Well, it went in the right
It
direction.
did. It did.
I mean, it didn't go behind me.
No, that's
You're such a I really think you should be a coach.
Yeah, I do.
You're so positive.
Coach. Brilliant. I'll
yeah. I
get
think
the
that's
ball,
the key with
Izzy.
a kicking coach. You gotta be positive.
I don't
I
think
mean,
there's much
presumably you
room
wouldn't
for.
be coaching people who were like me.
Well,
You'd be
everyone
coaching
starts
people
somewhere,
who
don't
already
I don't
had an
think
aptitude for rugby.
I don't think there's much room for improvement there, really.
So for me, a lot
we
of this
go.
was confidence. It's quite interesting. I was thinking about this at the time. I do a lot of Pilates and I don't do that much else. So if I was doing something that involved those sorts of exercises, I would have been confident. But the minute I was asked to do something as as someone who doesn't play professional sports or even unprofessional sports, I started to overthink kicking. I was like, and I think I've got a thing about kicking where whenever I played football a bit, I was like, I can't do this. So once you start telling yourself you can't do it, you sort of can't. You can't make your body obey.
Oh, if you tell yourself you can do it, you might. If you tell yourself you can't, you definitely won't.
It's so true.
Yeah.
And that's what I was like when I used to go skiing a lot. I used to say, I can do it. I can do moguls.
Yeah.
Sometimes I really couldn't.
Yeah.
Sometimes I could.
So everyone thinks that pro rugby players are all just like monsters, but Ben is not a giant guy.
No,
He's
I was
athletic,
thinking
Yeah,
that
no,
actually. He's
yeah.
just. I
Athletic.
think I'm bigger than him.
high skill level, mega fit, incredibly strong and powerful
Big
and
legs.
stuff. Big
Big
legs.
legs.
And
He was
he's a
showing
powerful
us
guy,
that
but
He was injured.
Yeah, he was injured, yeah.
Oh, this is me.
he's
This is
athletic
me.
and brave, you see, so that makes up for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is you, right?
This is me in my fleece.
Oh, you left footer? Are you left
I'm a
footer?
left-footed. I've been watching Johnny Wilkinson TikTok videos on kicking. See,
Yeah, and Dan
he-
Bigger looking like he's having a moment before he 100
yeah.
twitches.
That's it.
Is that set up for a left or a right footer?
That is set up for a. I don't know. To be honest, I think someone.
Right.
Which way did I go? I
It's
go. There. So there we are. That's left. Yeah, left.
The sweet spot is there.
There we are. So when you're commentating in the pub on the rugby, you can talk,
He's
yeah,
the-
he's really hit the
We
sweet
hit
spot
the
there.
sweet spot there. Right, here we go now. Come on, got to get your body through. It's all the hips, isn't it, this?
It is.
Hips, man. I got weak hips. Such a shame.
Right, go on. I didn't talk this much before.
I'm anxious.
I'm just delaying you.
I mean, it's your job is effectively in real life is talking, isn't it? So it's not a great surprise that you're doing more of that than you are kicking.
Lots of crap.
I think if I was with a coach, they'd say, Dan, just get on with it.
There we are.
Yes! Well done!
Should start charging hourly for these sessions,
Still,
shouldn't I?
it's still a bit that, isn't it? Still a bit ballerina.
It went over.
That's all right.
Oh, no, it came off the post.
It hit a post.
Came off the post.
Yeah, but that's all. That's.
What do you think?
I think it.
Have we got a future?
It looks. What I would say is, it looks like you haven't done that since maybe you were at school, and it looks like you've never done that before.
Correct.
It was a little bit like that was something that, you know, your muscles will remember lots of things, but that's something that there's no memory in there. And that's not your fault, because you can only you know, access the memories you've made.
This is humiliating.
So it's everyone's, you know.
There was one season.
Everyone can do things that other people can't do.
There was one season where I could do it. One season where I could convert.
How long ago
balls.
was that?
33 years ago.
Thank you so much, Ben.
Yeah, thank you.
That was
More drop
honestly,
goal.
like, I really do think you could be a coach.
That's more like
I
it.
think so, judging by this now.
Yeah, look,
more
you've got
like
him to
it.
kick it over, to convert.
I converted.
Yeah.
Converted the try that I scored. Under
And
the
you've
posts.
certainly converted me
Into
a rugby fan.
Brilliant.
No, you honestly have.
We
Like,
remember
I think when you don't know anything about a sport, you feel a bit like, oh, I'm not going to be able to understand it. And like, it's been so good to chat to you and
Yeah, it's been
and
amazing.
also understand like why you've got such a passion for it, because I think that's
Yeah.
I always connect with the emotional side of sports. I think that's what gets me into it. So I feel like it's been brilliant. I mean, I knew it would be brilliant for Dan, but it's been brilliant for me in a different way. So thank you. Do you see yourself at like 50 years old doing certain things, or are you just living in the moment and seeing how it goes and not thinking about when you retire?
As it stands, I'm very much living in the moment, but I'm also aware that I'm not approaching the end. That's going to sound very negative.
No, you're 27, aren't you?
27. I'm closer to the end than I was at the start.
You're in the peak.
But I am in the peak, so I'm living in the moment. But I do struggle to see my life without some sort of involvement in rugby. I'm not sure that's definitely coaching in a traditional sense, but I think it'd be definitely
commentating?
Media.
I don't know, who knows, never say never, but I think some sort of coaching role probably awaits me in the future. I think I'm too much of a rugby addict to completely leave it all and never step foot on the park in any capacity again. So yeah, whether it's coaching, refereeing.
Refereeing, are you kidding?
No, I'm not fit enough for referee. But I think there's something there. It's probably an itch that I'll have to scratch further down the line. But
you don't have to worry about that now.
No, as it stands, we're living in the moment.
To where they should be. And
there's a lot of positivity on the horizon in Welsh rugby, so I'm looking forward to being a part of that. Hopefully,
It felt like you were like won a prize of you were like okay, if I do this, then finally I'll get to.
We actually use that in our world as an insult. If you play badly, you say you look like a competition winner. Is that what
That's exactly how I felt.
Won it on a Kellogg's box.
Competition winner. We use that a lot as well.
Well, if you're a competition winner, I don't know why I am.
I honestly felt like that. I honestly felt like a competition winner. But yes, we had a great time. And thank you so much, David, for coming down here. It's been brilliant.
Yeah,
Thanks for having me.
really,
I could
really
talk to you
has.
for hours.
Thanks for me. Up the
Amazing.
trains, eh?
Up the trains, up GWR.
Yes.
Yeah, fantastic.
The famous five are on the train to Cardiff, planning their Welsh adventure. Did you know Wales is absolutely bursting with myths and legends, says Anne. And number one on my list is the legend of the Red Dragon. Then tomorrow we'll look for the legendary fairies of Penarth Castle, adds Dick. But first, let's try the legendary Welsh cakes, quips George. Yes, let's start there, laughs Anne. Great Western Railway. Legendary adventures start here.
Well, we had such a good time with Ben, especially you, Ben Thomas.
Yeah, we did. At the Cardiff Arms Park. And Cardiff. Cardiff Arsenal used to be the International Stadium, and they built the Principality Stadium, which used to be called the Millennium Stadium, as you well know. They built the Principality Stadium onto Cardiff Arsenal, and they share a wall.
And I think it's fair to say that the Principality Stadium dwarfs Arms Park.
I think so. Arms Park used to be much bigger, but they've sort of smalled it. They've smalled it down.
And they've bigged up the
Principality Stadium.
Well, not only do they share a wall, there is now a Zip World Cardiff at the stadium, and you can
on top of
you can zip line.
To get a different perspective on Cardiff,
you
can take a walk across the roof of the Principality Stadium and then zip wire across the roof of the Principality Stadium, which is exactly what we did.
Let's do it. Let's get kitted up.
Perfect. You guys ready?
Yes.
Okay, we're going to give you some harnesses.
Does anyone get stuck at this bit?
Some people can't find the straps. I've had people put the wrong straps on the wrong shoulders before.
Does anyone not make it? I'm gonna look.
Do you get a lot of big groups, like people come here for birthdays and stuff?
Yeah, we've had quite a few like hen do's and stag do's come recently. So people come to Cardiff for the weekend, and then they'll come here first and then head off.
We were
head off to the pubs afterwards.
Yes.
We were saying that when we got off the train. It's one of those weekend places, isn't it? Like.
Yeah, we get a lot of people visiting for the weekend.
Yeah, because you've got a lot of bars and pubs right in the centre.
And Chippy Alley.
Yes, I love a bit of Chippy Alley myself.
He's a local businessman who he's
angry.
Is an alley full of chip shops. But I did go there on a Sunday night once after I did a show at the Glee. And it was very late, but there was only one open. Everyone had been like, there'll be so many open. But we still managed to get some chips.
You got one?
Yeah.
We're nearly there.
Yes, that count must be great. You guys have to do this how many times a day?
Probably about 4 or 5. Usually.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Look at this
Very
now.
nice. You made it up to all of the stairs to the roof. How are you feeling?
Great.
Great.
Good.
That was the hard part.
Yeah,
and
that was the hard part. Okay.
It's lovely up here, isn't it?
I know it is.
And what's that over there? Is that Cardiff City?
That's Cardiff City Football Stadium.
Yes.
Oh, I can't look at that because my husband supports Swansea.
Oh no.
So I'll be cursed if I look at it for more
Even
than
if
3
you look
seconds.
at it, yeah.
Yeah.
You're in real trouble.
I'm going to show you
Okay.
guys how the system works
Oh, yes.
and what will get connected on, and then we'll start heading over onto the arch. So the way that it works is that I'm going to connect you on, and then you just need to bring this with you.
Yeah.
You'll come to brackets along the way. There's a gap in the climb hook. You just need to line that up with the bracket and slide it over.
Okay.
Yeah. Cool.
Everyone ready?
Yes.
Yeah!
Yes, Holly. Thank you.
Zip World
Let's do
Cardiff!
it. Let's do it. Yeah. It's just like playing one of those games in the Fate.
Oh,
where if you
yeah.
touch it, it makes a noise.
Yeah.
Beep. Of course, the young people these days wouldn't know what I was talking about.
One of those games in the Fate.
Good God. Good God. Good God. So that would usually be open, would it?
Yeah,
That
so
bit?
this is where the roof retracts to when it's open.
I see.
So all of those like white structures would be over
would
this
be
way.
back. Yes, yes. They don't seem to open it very much now for games.
No, so it used to be that when the rugby was on,
Yeah.
it was a decision
Sure, yeah.
between both the Welsh team and the opposing team, and if anyone decided they wanted it open, then it would stay open.
Right, I see. But most people want it shut, don't they? Because of the
now-
atmosphere.
But the Welsh team's always going to want it shut
Yeah.
for the atmosphere, but the opposing team's always going to want it open for the lack of atmosphere.
Yes. But then
Now
you've got to
it's just
take
the Welsh
into the.
team's choice entirely.
Oh, is it?
And they always want it closed.
Yeah, yeah.
Obviously
Oh,
for the
okay. So,
atmosphere.
so there we go.
So this year, and I think next year as well, definitely, all of the games are going to have the roof closed.
Close, right.
Oh, you can see a
I
bit
guess
down
it's
there.
good for the pitch, I suppose.
Yeah, so at this time of year, because the grass isn't needed for the rugby anymore because the rugby season's over,
Yes.
they put like metal grates
Oh, over the top
over
of
the
it.
top of the grass.
Right.
They used to roll it all up and take it a couple
it
of miles
away.
down the road. and then bring it back. But then it would take weeks and weeks to regrow it.
Yeah, yeah.
So now they just cover it up, and it's easier to regrow it.
And there's presumably going to be gigs and concerts here.
Yeah,
over
there's
the
going to be
summer?
concerts all over the summer.
Yeah.
So they're really getting ready for that as well.
Right. We're on top of the Millennium Stadium.
We're on top
the
of the
Principality.
world.
The
Yes.
Principality Stadium.
I like to see all the train tracks. Look, this sort of train.
Oh yeah. Good stuff. It's an amazing structure, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
No, it's
How old is this stadium?
Year
so the
2000.
Principality Stadium was built in 1999. That's why they called it the Millennium
1999
Stadium,
actually.
because it was built for the new
But
millennium.
it was ready for the 2000s.
okay.
Brilliant, thank you.
The first game in here was in 1999, and it was Wales v South Africa.
Was it? Yeah, 1999.
It's a beautiful building there, like a church.
That's the castle, isn't it?
Oh, is it? Oh yeah.
Cardiff Castle.
God, that's so lovely.
I think it is, you know.
Yeah, it is. I can see the turrets now.
I can see quite a lot
I've
of
been
it.
to
Yeah,
the
so that's the
cafe
castle
there, but I've
grounds
not
there.
really been in
Oh,
there.
there'll be a cafe there, Izzy.
Oh, I've been in
Oh,
there. It's
God.
very lovely.
Yeah, no, there'll be one there.
Oh, there's always a cafe and a castle. Not when they were originally built, but
I mean, it's just sort of the prices you've got to keep an eye on, really, places like that. You're a captive audience. And it's all part of the experience to sit down and have a Welsh cake and a nice cup of tea.
your Welsh accent's coming along very well, Dan.
I did a whole BBC One series as a Welshman.
Oh, did
I
you?
did, yeah. And a movie when I was Welsh.
There we go.
Yeah.
It's really unusual to have this kind of view of somewhere.
I know,
Because
yeah.
it's quite cool though.
Yeah, look,
Because
there's
you're
the Arms
above it as
Park.
well. You're above and you can,
Look at
because like
that.
say with the Shard, you're up really high, but you don't feel
No,
necessarily
exactly.
connected to what you're seeing because you're behind
Yeah.
glass and you can't really see downwards.
Okay, we're going to stop here. I'm just
Yeah.
going to point out a few parts of Cardiff that you might have seen before, but probably not from this angle.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll start over this way. Like we saw on the other side, you can see the castle here. There's been a castle there in its location since 55 AD. It's been renovated multiple times, and the current
55
structure that
AD.
you see now is due to Victorian renovations. But they always do like Winter Wonderland and stuff in the castle grounds, which
lovely.
is quite nice. Behind that you can see the dome structure, and that's the museum.
Yes, I've been in that museum as well, and I haven't been in the cafe, but
not
I've been
been
in
in
the
the cafe?
museum, and it was excellent. And it's got lovely steps as well, hasn't it?
Yeah, no, it's quite grand in there as well.
Yeah.
And they got the mammoth in there, which is quite cool.
Yeah.
The mammoth.
Yeah.
Woolly mammoth.
And then there's here Cardiff Arms Park, like we saw before.
Yes.
And then if you want to, if you look down, you're standing on top of the River Taff.
Yay.
The River Taff is 64 kilometres long, and it runs all the way from the valleys to Cardiff Bay.
Is it
And they used-
64 kilometres
Yeah.
long? You could cycle the length of the Taff, presumably.
And
That
they
would
used
be
to
fun
use
to
it to
do.
transport coal down the Taff from the valleys to the bay, where they would sell it. The first £1 million deal was done in Cardiff Bay with coal that was transported down the Taff.
Did the river used to be used to transport stuff? in
Yeah,
the
it used to
olden
transport
days?
coal all the way down the
Oh,
Taff.
sorry, I didn't hear. I was looking. Sorry, I was looking at. I was preoccupied
Sorry,
with
I'm so
wondering if I'd been to
sorry.
Penarth. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, no.
It
they
used to transport coal. Yeah.
from
The valleys.
the valleys down to the bay.
Okay.
And there's the coal exchange.
There's the Coal Exchange Hotel.
That's why it's called the coal exchange.
Yes.
Because that was where the first
Because
£1
the first
million
£1
deal
million
was made.
deal was done. The whole thing. That was great timing, that was. And was it used to transport any?
If you want to stand on this top step here for me, again, watch your head on the zip line. You've done anything like this before?
I don't think so.
No? This will be
I mean, I've
experience for you
done
then.
this sort of thing, but like not with anything like this sort of this
Yeah.
good kit. It's just been bits of rope.
How are you feeling?
I feel okay. I feel more nervous than I thought.
Really?
Yeah.
It's going to be fun.
I'm gonna
This
be
is the
fine.
scariest part, because obviously you're standing on the edge.
Yeah, you're right.
So once you're going, then it's just fun.
Yeah.
You're going to hold on to these handlebars and take a seat.
Take a seat.
Yeah, just sit all the way down. Keep your feet on the floor for now.
Yes,
I
gotcha.
haven't done this since I was about 10, and I'm now 47. I can still remember the sensation of about to step off the edge of something, but I am really excited to be here at Zip World Cardiff and Cardiff Cymru!
Well, here we are, top of the Principality Stadium, about to zip wire across the roof with Cardiff in the distance. It's a gorgeous day, and this could be the highlight of my career. Thanks, guys. Woo! Here we go! I'm zip wiring.
Yay! I feel so alive! I really do!
Wiring, zip wiring around Cardiff.
Whoa!
Have you done much zip lining?
Great question, Izzy. No, not recently. Not since I was about 10.
But it wasn't like a completely alien sensation.
No, I didn't I wasn't going, oh my God, what is this? No, I mean, the zip lining I've done before is much more rudimentary than that. They had a lot of safety features and that. And it was just like, I don't know, like a sort of a roller on a rope and going down someone's garden. So this was a bit more technical than that, which it has to be because they don't want anyone to die on top of the roof, do they?
No, I mean, the health and safety was rigorous, as it should be. I'm the same as you. I've done it. There's a park near us that does it. My kids absolutely love it. It's really
we've got
exciting.
one in the park. Yeah. We got that. Like where you climb on a sort of stick thing, and then but nothing. Yeah, I mean,
No, nothing like that. This is top
This is like,
level. I mean, this
top level zip line. This is professional zip line.
Top draw zip lining. It was fantastic. I'm quite a daredevil. I really like that feeling.
You are a daredevil, aren't you?
We were in France last year, and my daughter zip lined across a lake, and that was cool.
Nice.
But it wasn't as long as the one that we did.
Really?
No.
But it wasn't like the zip line across the Principality wasn't like it wasn't like an adrenaline. Maybe my adrenaline like is shot to pieces now from gigging, but it wasn't like an adrenaline rush. It was more like a sedate sort of gentle zip line across Cardiff. It was still very pleasant to do.
It didn't feel like, it didn't feel kind of like skydiving or something like that.
No.
I felt more adrenaline than I'd realised I would. Like there was this bit where Holly counted down in Welsh. I noticed, even though she was from Plymouth. She said, 3, 2, 1. And there was a bit just before I left where I was like, what's going to happen? You know, and I did get those butterflies. But the views are the things that I think I'll remember as much as the zip line. The views were incredible.
The River Taff.
Yeah.
You're right over the River Taff, aren't you? I found the walk across the stadium very pleasant indeed. Like really like because you're up there on your own on top of the roof of the Principality Stadium, and it's a shame the roof was shut because they had the high rocks going on underneath, like so they had the roof shut. It would have been cool to walk across the stadium with the roof open, looking down into the stadium. But it was very like, you know, you're on top of a stadium in the middle of Cardiff with the river below you. It's very peaceful.
It was peaceful, and it felt...
And you're very safe.
Very, very, very safe. And they were very good. And we did a lot of briefings and had a lot of harnesses on and were attached to things at all times. But I loved it. Yeah, it was like being secretly up there, wasn't it?
Yeah.
You know, when I was looking down thinking... No one, all these people are just walking around.
They don't know we're on top of the roof in Cardiff, like some window cleaners.
Yeah.
No, it was nice because, as you say, you could see, the whole of Cardiff, and all because you got a perfect 360 view of the place, and you could see right to the coast, and then right up to the hills. And if it was clear, you could have seen Pen y Fan, one of the big hills in Cardiff, and the whole of the River Taff. And she told us that great thing about the river being. The river used to go through the city, and then they re-diverted the river.
Yeah, they moved
the river. I didn't know how you do that.
I
how
don't
do you
either.
Move a river?
Well, I used to
Sandbags.
live with a builder, my friend Bobby.
Did you ask him?
I might ask him because he once moved a staircase. So we went out in the morning and we got back and the staircase had moved. He'd repositioned it in order to make a downstairs toilet. Do you think that's the same thing?
No. It's not the same thing because it's a staircase and this is a river. It goes through a city. It's very different. Very different.
Yeah.
This has been Great Escapes with me, competition winner Dan Skinner.
And me, Isy Sutty.
To see us zip lining across the Principality Stadium and to chat with Ben Thomas at Cardiff Arms Park, check us out on Instagram. I'm at epithemu1.
And I'm at Isy Sutty with 2 T's. Big thanks to Zip World at the Principality Stadium and, of course, to Cardiff Arms Park for having us. See you next time.
See you next time.
See you next
See you
time.
next time.
See you next time.
Bye. See you next time.